Ever feel like that you're doing something with your money, but not really getting anywhere? This could be me, you, or anyone for that matter. We all start somewhere. Our first job, our first salary, the moment of pride when we see the money hitting into our bank account. At first, it's very, very simple. Spend a little, save a little, and maybe invest whatever is left of it. Life moves very fast. We have EMIs on our shoulders. Tomorrow we get married, we have kids, we travel, we get promoted, a side hustle we start so that we get some extra income. Before you know it, also, you're earning more, but also you're juggling more. And yet, beneath this hustle, there's often a very quiet question. Am I really in control of my finances? Most of us are doing something. Maybe we are saving money, we're investing somewhere, we're paying off our loans, maybe we've taken some insurance. But all of this is happening in separate buckets. All of this is happening in silos. Individually, it's all happening, but they're not connected with the larger picture that we have. There is no system that we have. There's no structure. There's no real plan that we have when it comes to our finances. And then one day, emergency strikes, a layoff happens, or some medical issue comes up, or there is some family requirement of funds, or even an opportunity that demands some very quick funds. And suddenly the crack begins to show. And that's the moment we suddenly realize that we've been managing money reactively and not strategically. That's why we need to have a better way. One that's not just chasing our returns or cutting on our expenses, but also creates a balance. A simple way to look at your entire financial life. A simple way to look at your entire financial life. One that brings clarity, builds confidence in you, and also creates a balance for your future. I call it the foundation, the growth, and the security triangle. A clear, holistic approach to managing your finances at every stage of your career with a purpose, of course. Because, true financial wellness is not about having a fat paycheck or getting some big amount of salary coming in, you getting good returns, you're making good profits, but it's all about being ready for life. It's not about being just rich, but it's all about being prepared, being proactive, and also being protected. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, You with Sonia on Thinking Thursdays. And like I mentioned, today we're doing a very interesting conversation. So don't go anywhere. Stay with me till the end of the episode. And of course, hit the subscribe button. If you've still not subscribed to my channel, grab your cups of coffee. What are you waiting for? And let's get started with the episode. When it comes to managing finances, it's very essential to consider the interconnected aspects of foundation, growth, and security. Let's explore in this episode today how to create that financial framework that supports your stability, fosters growth, and also ensures some peace of mind. Of course, all of you must be wondering, I've changed the backdrop. Yeah, I usually make these videos in one of the area that I've designated in my house, but today I was sitting in my dining area and I said, okay, fine, let me make it here. It's pretty hot outside and I was very comfortable working on some things here, so I said, okay, let me make the video here itself. I hope you like the background. Now, coming back to the episode, the first pillar that I've been talking about is the foundation pillar. Now, what is this foundation pillar? It focuses on your stability and security. It's about creating a very solid base for your financial life. And why does it matter? Because without a solid foundation, any wealth that you try to create, try to build, is going to be at risk at some point or the other. So always keep stability first. Ensure that you have a stable income, that every month you get some salary, some fixed income that is coming to you. Manage your debt very well. If you have any loans going on, you're paying some EMIs, every month you have to pay insurance, or you've taken some education loan, or you're planning for something. So if you have any credit card payments, so manage your debt very sensibly and build an emergency fund. And now you must be wondering, what is this emergency fund? Emergency fund is nothing but, say today there is some emergency that's come into your life, or you've lost your job, you've been laid off, or there is some medical crisis, or there is something happened and you need now money. So emergency fund, in my language, earlier people used to tell me, Sonia, emergency fund you should create, which is like 3 to 6 months of your your monthly expenses. You should have it as a kitty. Now, in my language, if you want to ask me, don't just keep as 3 to 6 months of your monthly regular expenses. Rather, 6 to 9 months of your monthly salary you should keep as saving, which is going to be your emergency fund. So continue saving that money till you do not reach the level that you have your 9 months of your monthly salary in your account, park it somewhere. And that's not like in some FD, or you've created some long format, 5 years, you can't touch that money, because this is a fund that tomorrow, any emergency that comes into your life, you're able to access this money on immediate basis. And for your debt management, I feel you need to prioritize debt repayment, especially which have a very high rate of interest, so that you're able to free up more and more money into your budget. Now, once you've taken care of your stability and security, now there will be certain basic needs also, right? So prioritize for your essential expenses like your housing, food, healthcare, your day-to-day life, which is making you live a very comfortable life. For example, you're staying on rent, or even if you're staying with your parents, you're giving them some monthly expenditure and you're contributing to the house expenditure, right? So apart from your house, either it is rental, or you're paying an EMI, or you're paying to your parents, there is also something as food. So plan your groceries and cooking so that you're able to save money and eat healthy. And of course, the third aspect of this basic need is, of course, your healthcare. Please invest in healthcare insurance and always prioritize your preventive care. Right? Now, the third aspect of this foundation pillar is budgeting and tracking, which is very important. So you need to create a budget, track your expenses to understand where your money is going. So for that, either you can create a budget for yourself, you can use a 50-30-20 rule guideline, or you can make it 40-30-30. So you can make some amends in this, but I think 50-30-20 is pretty ideal. It's tried and tested. It works very well if you're living, if you want to lead a very comfortable life and also keep saving for your future. So 50% is your necessary expenses, like your day-to-day living. 30% are your discretionary spendings, where you're taking care of you want to go for a movie, you want to go watch a cricket match, you want to go for a holiday, you want to, buy clothes or upgrade your phone, upgrade your car. So those are your discretionary expenses. For that, you keep 30%. And of course, 20% is for your saving and for your debt repayment. So as your income is increasing, try to increase this 20% also, and try to cut down on that 30% and your 50% of expenses, and see if you can take some percentage as you go along, as you get promoted, as you get more and more salary and increments that are coming, or bonuses that are coming your way. See how much money you can increase into your 20% quota. And once you've created a budget, it's very important to track your expenses. So either you could use some budgeting app or a simple spreadsheet, so that you monitor your spendings, and identify which are the areas that require improvement. Have you been spending too much on, because you're going out eating, or you're ordering too much from Zepto, Blinkit, Swiggy, all these Zomato, all these apps, or you've gone out socializing a lot, or you've been spending unnecessarily on online shopping, which is not needed. All of this will open your eyes into where your money is going, and if you need to take some corrective action. If you don't track your expenses, then you'll not be able to take some action. After the foundation pillar, we come to the growth pillar. Now, what is growth pillar? Now, growth pillar is only focusing on investing in yourself and your financial future. And why does it matter? Because your money should never sit idle. Growth is all about how you outrun inflation and secure your financial goals. So investing in yourself is like investing in your education, your skills, your personal development, so that you're enhancing your earning potential also. You could invest in maybe taking up some courses, some training, some certifications that can actually enhance your earning potential. And when I say personal development, I mean prioritize self care, mental health, personal growth. And with this, you need to explore investment opportunities like stocks or real estate, or you want to invest into some entrepreneur journey you want to take up. You have some venture that you want to try it out with some partners that you've been working alongside. So you need to see where you can create more wealth. For that, you need to explore investment opportunities. And with this, you need to also look at your retirement saving, which is to secure your financial future. And here you can invest in some retirement accounts, prioritize your retirement savings. And your other long term goals could be, maybe buying a house for your future so that, for lifetime you don't have to stay on rent, or don't buy a house so late in your life that, you have another 15 years and you know that you'll have to pay EMIs for another 15 years, but you want to retire early. So I think you need to first create a goal for yourself, how long you want to work, what is the kind of wealth that you want to create, what should be in your savings, in your bank account, in various portfolios that you want to invest, and see how secure is your financial wellness as far as your future is concerned. Now, the third is your security pillar. Now, security pillar simply focuses on mitigating some risks and ensuring your financial independence. Now, why does this matter? Purely because protection ensures that your future is shielded no matter what. It's all about peace of mind and not just blindly running after creating wealth for yourself. So look at your risk management. In terms of any insurance, you want to diversify in terms of your portfolio, or you want to invest in insurance like your health, disability, life insurance, medical insurance, whatever is your insurance for some unexpected events that might come into your life. And when I say diversification, I mean diversify your investments to reduce the risk and increase the potential returns, and have a plan in place for some unexpected expenses. So that was the security pillar, because that will allow you to have your financial independence, and for that you need to work towards it. Here I just want to say that prioritize your needs over wants, distinguish between your essential expenses and your luxury spendings. What's your essential expense, and what is something that, even if you don't spend money on it, it's not like the earth is going to fall. So if you don't upgrade your phone, it's not like, the cloud will burst and, you'll be like, oh, you'll be like into the another world. It's nothing like that, right? So you need to start distinguishing between these kind of expenses. You need to automate your savings so that the moment the salary comes, all your savings are automated, they automatically get transferred, and this is the money left for me to live my whole month. And always review and adjust, because you need to regularly review your financial health, your financial framework, and adjust as and when needed. Money management is not just about earning more, but it's all about making what you earn work for you. When you build a strong foundation, you create peace of mind. When you focus on growth, you secure your future. And when you plan for your security, you protect everything you worked for in your life. So balance is everything. Think of this triangle as a tripod. You remove one leg, the whole thing will collapse. So you need foundation for now, growth for future, and security for some life's unpredictable moments. Most people chase financial goals in bits and pieces. अभी यहाँ कर दिया, अभी वहाँ कर दिया, कल decide करेंगे कि कल को क्या करना है, कहाँ खर्चा करना है. They are all over the place. They have their financial goals in bits and pieces, but real freedom comes when you approach your finances as a whole and not in silos. That's what the foundation, growth, and security triangle offers to you, which is simplicity, structure, and sustainability. So whether you're just starting out your career or you've been, working for years and years, it's time to ask yourself, is my financial life stable? Is it growing? And is it protected? If you don't have a confident answer yes to any of these three, then it's time to realign. Because when your finances are in balance, your life also is in balance. Before I sign off, please remember financial wellness is not about how much you earn, but it's all about how you manage, grow and protect it. So let me know in the comments below what's your approach into managing your finances for stability, growth and security. Do share your thoughts in the comment below. With that, we come to the end of our episode. I really hope that you found value. Do share it with your friends and family and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you sign off. Have a great day everyone and I'm going to see you in my next episode. Bye-bye.